Hello, this is Garden City Mayor Randy Walker, and you're listening to Garden City Community Chat. Now here's your host, Carrie Parton.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike Jones. This show is dedicated to the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours. Well, hello again, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. And you are listening to show number 241, Mike. 241 tonight.
That's a lot of shows.
Time flies, my man.
Yeah.
This is the podcast where we promote news and information from our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and missing tonight is Richard, who had prior commitments. So Mike Jones is in the hot seat. How you doing, Mike?
Yeah. Buy a toaster. No.
Right.
Fix a pothole.
Yeah, he would love that. Buy a toaster, fix a pothole. Yeah, that road. That's funny. And our other co-host, Mr. Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Super. Can't complain.
Good weather, Tom. You're doing good.
Yeah, good weather. And let's see. On tonight's show, we're happy to welcome our special guest, Megan Sheeran, and she is the Community Resource Coordinator over at the Maplewood Center. And tonight we'll find out exactly what her responsibilities are as the coordinator. And she also wants to talk about the Healthy Michigan Insurance Plan that's available for our residents and any other programs or events she wants to pass along to the community. She will be here shortly, so you don't want to miss that. Also, Tom will be here with all the latest weather for us. Joey and Holly have their gardening tips, and tonight they're talking about controlling those pesky weeds that we all dread. And we have lots of community announcements over there, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Ton of those.
We got almost a whole show of community announcements.
Yeah, that's what I told Cheryl earlier. I says, man, we could make a show just on the announcements. So why not grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and hang with us for the next 60 minutes or so. Should be a good one. Now, it's very easy to join us here live. You can call in by dialing 1-724-444-7444 and enter the call ID 82757, followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going to TalkShoe.com and search for call ID 82757. That takes you right to our main show page. Well, you'll click on the large join in button and a window will open. Just sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. You can always text your questions to us at 734-788-9319. Tonight's show audio is recorded, and it will be posted on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat as soon as it's made available. That's generally about 30 minutes or so after we sign off. We are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show. Hello, everybody. And that will be available sometime tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. And while you're there, why not subscribe? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. And if all that wasn't enough, we are also in iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. Okay, coming up now is Dr. Tom and the weather, and then we'll get to Holly and Joey, and then we'll introduce our special guest for tonight, Megan Sheeran. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Hey, Tom, got a little warm-up coming, do we?
Yeah, we do have a little warm-up, and we've seen some rain today, so it's not too bad.
Right.
Not too bad that we were dealt with, but yesterday, I do want to mention this. We did see snow this time last year, yesterday.
You had to ruin it, didn't you?
Luckily, this year is completely different. We have not seen any more late season snow, and I don't see any in the future. I just wanted to get that out.
Richard will love that.
So that's
Mike will love that.
But the good news is, I even have more good news, is yes, like you mentioned, Carrie, a warm-up that's coming. The rain that we did have during the evening hours has moved out. The clouds are going to be sticking around for a little bit, and they'll start breaking up during the overnight hours, and that's going to usher in some warmer air. Overnight, we're going to be in the 40s, so that's pretty mild. But then as we get into Friday, those clouds will continue to break out, and the sun will come out, and we'll get into the lower 70s, which is very nice for this time of year. It's actually above average. And that is going to continue into Saturday as well, with temperatures in the low 70s and a lot of sunshine. So enjoy Friday and Saturday if you have any outdoor plans, if you're going downtown to the ball game or anything like that. It's going to be a great weekend. Great day to do that. But I do see some changes on the horizon. Uh-oh. But they aren't major changes. They're just a little bump in the road. As we get into Sunday and Monday, those are the greatest chances of rain. And some of that rain could be heavy at times. And it could be a little bit of a damper if you have any outdoor plans on Sunday and into Monday. Mm. And with those heavier downpours, we'll see, again, those cooling down of the temperatures will be in the 60s on both of those days. So we're not going to be dealing with any significant cool down, but with that rain, it will be a little bit cooler on Sunday and Monday. And that cool down will continue into next week as well, and temperatures will drop into the 50s on Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday as well. So, and we have to worry about the overnight hours as well, because as we get into the 50s for highs, we got to get into the 30s for lows. That's how it usually goes. It's a 20-degree difference between the day and nighttime highs. So if you have any itch to garden, you definitely need to stay tuned to that as we get to next week, because those temperatures are starting to get a little bit on the colder side during the overnight hours. So that's just a little bit of a sneak peek for that if you're into that. But as we expand out and talk about the other weather going around in the United States, the southern United States and the plains have been rocky. They've been dealing with storms after storms, flooding, severe weather, and it has been ongoing. And right now it is continuing to ongo all across the plains with a lot of severe weather out there. So if you're in that neck of the woods, you definitely need to keep tuned to that. And why I'm mentioning severe weather is because this is that time of year where we in Michigan need to prepare for severe weather and start thinking about it, because sooner or later that threat of severe weather during May, June, and July will start heading northward. So it's just that time of year where you start to think about it, and you need to prepare, plan, and stay informed during those crazy severe weather days, because it always can occur pretty fast. So I just wanted to briefly mention that. Right. And on the other side of the spectrum, the Rockies out across Colorado and Wyoming, they're dealing with, again, snow up there. So if you're a skier, that's the place to go, because they're dealing with a lot of snow up there. And the last big story I have is the drought. The drought, of course, is ongoing across the western United States. But I just wanted to briefly mention that there was a little bit of an update on the drought, and this includes us as well. They're expecting the drought to actually increase across southern Michigan, because we haven't really been seeing a whole lot of rain, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem as we head into the summer months. They're thinking that the drought is going to expand across the Great Lakes. So just wanted to briefly mention that. That could be a contributing factor in our temperatures as well, because when there's a drought, it usually is a contributing factor that it could be hotter because it's not as rainy and stormy. So we'll continue to update that as we get into the summer months, but I don't see any big time significant drought coming, but it's just a brief little story that they came out with. But if you want to keep tuned to this nice weather over the next few days and the rainy weather after that, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
Awesome. So no snow, Mike.
That's good.
No snow.
What's Wednesday night's ball game look like? You said rain on Wednesday?
Wednesday, it actually probably will be a little bit on the cloudy side and temperatures in the 50s. I'm not expecting any significant rain at this time.
Oh,
good. It should be good.
So when do you recommend people could start planting outside when they don't have to be afraid of the frost?
A good rule of thumb is after Mother's Day, but there is even a stronger rule of thumb that you don't plant in the ground until after Memorial Day.
Oh, okay.
Those are the two benchmarks between Mother's Day and Memorial Day.
Yeah, we usually go like after Mother's Day. So that's usually what we do. So sometimes you're safe. So, hey, Saturday night looks pretty good, huh? For the Willie the Pig road rally, eh?
Yeah, Saturday night will look like a perfect night with a little jacket here and there, but overall it's going to be dry.
All right. Well, that's a good weather report. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah, so enjoy it.
All right, well, let's get Joy and Holly in here. Now we got the weather report. Let's get our gardening report.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. One of the problems that all gardeners face in some form or fashion, whether it's containers, raised beds, or most familiar is traditional ground garden with this problem, is weeds.
Weeds are obviously a problem because they can choke out your plants if they become too much, and for many people they are unsightly.
Some gardeners will plant their food crop and not do anything and allow the plants to be the fight for the strongest. If the plant that if a tomato plant survives,
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. And then you save those seeds, and then those seeds will be stronger next year. But for many of us, we feel it's unsightly, and there's ways to greatly reduce the number of weeds that you have in your garden.
You want to pull the weeds before they go to seed. If they do go to seed and you put them in compost, you want to make sure you have a compost that is a hot compost that will reach a core temperature of 160 degrees for at least 3 days to kill off those weeds. If you're cold composting, then you just want to go ahead and get rid of them through your municipality or however you get rid of your plants.
Now, another way to eliminate or greatly reduce the amount of weeds that you have in your garden is mulching real early in the season, early spring, or whenever you can get the mulch on it. Mulch being dry grass clippings, straw, or fall leaves. This will greatly reduce the sunlight that is allowed to hit the soil, and that mulch will smother out the weeds or eliminate a lot of it, and there may be some weeds that will come up through the mulch, but it will be very, very reduced and easy to maintain. In addition to that mulch, it will help retain the moisture in your soil, which will allow the plants that you're growing to thrive, the edible plants, and help ward off and kill out the weed seeds underneath. For more information in regards to how to control those weeds in your garden, our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazine, you can find all that information at
theWisconsinVegetableGardener.com.
For the health-conscious organic gardener worldwide. For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joey Baird.
And I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thank you, guys. Good job. Good job. All the way from Wisconsin, Mike. Yes. Joey and Holly. Yep. All right. So, hey, let's...
I couldn't expect them to weed my garden.
No. Yeah. Well, they could always do a road trip. Come here, weed our garden, man. All right. Well, let's introduce our special guest for tonight. She is the Community Resource Coordinator over at the Maplewood Center. And welcome to the show, Megan Sheeran. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So share with our listeners exactly what a Community Resource Coordinator does over there.
All right. Well, I do quite a few things. Primarily am coordinating the health insurance program that we have there, but I also help oversee the food pantry that's over at the Maplewood Center, which is our home pantry,
Right.
and the temporary needy food assistance program. I think that's right. Emergency food.
Okay. What is that now?
The commodities program.
Oh, right. Commodities. Okay.
Yeah. So I help coordinate that on a monthly basis, and then the tax assistance program, and just all sorts of different things.
You're just a busy girl.
You're involved with the Meals on Wheels?
I'm not involved with that. That one's a different department.
So I know you wanted to share information about the Healthy Michigan insurance plan, and that's available for our residents. You want to go ahead and explain that and what it's all about?
Yeah. So health insurance has been in the news a lot lately with the Affordable Care Act, and I think that there's just so much information to digest.
Now, is this associated with Obamacare then?
No, it's not. But I think it's different only in that there is a penalty if you don't have insurance. So this is a way that people can get insurance for low cost or no cost.
Okay, so it's affordable.
Yes. So what Michigan has for residents is what is called Healthy Michigan for adults, and then Healthy Kids or My Child for children. And they're health insurance programs that are either low cost or no cost, and they offer a comprehensive coverage, including dental care, doctor's visits, prescriptions, immunizations, mental health and hospitalizations, and more than that even. And you can apply all year, so there's no open enrollment.
And you actually have people over there that will help residents fill the application out and all that?
Yeah, so I am an application assister as well as a couple other people in the office. And residents can just come walk in and we can help them on the spot, or they can call and make an appointment. We've all been trained on the marketplace, which is the Affordable Care Act, and also the state website to get on those insurance plans.
And how is that website? Is it working a little better now?
Oh, it's yes.
There were some bugs in the beginning.
There were some
That's
bugs.
like anything, though.
Yeah, it's actually come a long way. I'll say that. And I think the biggest thing that I wanted to say about the kids program is that my child, if you're a family of four, say, and you make about $50,000 a year in income, you can get your kids signed up for health coverage for like $5-10 a month.
Wow.
And I think a lot of families don't realize that when they're in that income bracket.
Yeah, that's a pretty good annual income. I mean, we're not talking poverty, really.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it helps save on costs. I mean,
It does.
yeah. So
Wow.
that's what I really wanted to get out there, because I think that a lot of families could benefit from that.
Really.
Critical for children that wouldn't have had coverage.
Is your mic on, Mike? There you go.
That's really critical for children that wouldn't have had coverage, because frequently the parents will avoid going to the doctor because they don't want to pay the office visit costs and so forth, and make the children's health issues even worse. And this is a way that they can protect their children for, like you said, a very reasonable cost.
Very reasonable.
Right. And I think another thing that we've seen too is that parents they come in and they're like, don't worry about me, just get my kids covered. And with Medicaid expansion, the Healthy Michigan program, you can get the parents can get health coverage for no cost. With an income of, I think it's $32,000.
Okay.
The parents could get covered.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how did Maplewood Center get this? How was that?
Oh, that's a fun story.
Yeah. What's the story there?
So the National League of Cities had a grant available, and Monica Fulton wrote the grant.
Which she's very good at.
Yes, she's spectacular at.
Yeah.
And Garden City was awarded it amongst 8 other cities in the country.
Wow,
So,
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That is a big
and cities
deal.
like Dallas and Pittsburgh.
Can you imagine? Garden City?
Yeah.
I mean, really, that is really something.
Right.
Garden City, Dallas, Pittsburgh, they all kind of go together. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's a big deal, though.
Yeah,
It really is.
absolutely. So we had this for a couple years, and we're actually have a lot of success.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are the residents, I mean, how many people have accessed this? Are they actually using it, coming in?
Yep, they are. They are, and I think we've had 100 applications since we started.
Now, what's enrollment on that? How's that work? Can they come in every day and do this? Or okay, so it's not. Doesn't Obamacare have enrollment?
Most healthcare programs have a sign-up period that ends like on December 31st or January 31st or something like that.
And then enrollment again.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is all the time.
This is all year round. There's no open enrollment.
Wow.
You can come and apply anytime.
That is a good deal. That's a very good deal. Yeah. So what else you have for us there? I know that was a big deal that you wanted to get out.
Yes, and there's a few.
Do they have to make appointments? I mean, they call you, or
they can call and make an appointment, or they can walk in. If we're available, we can help them. And
what's the phone number that they would contact you?
734-793-1857.
And just ask for you, or
ask for Megan. Say you're calling for health insurance. They'll get you to the right person.
Awesome. Okay.
And some community events that I will be at, actually, with the option to enroll on the spot, is the Cougar Care Cafe this Saturday. I will be there with a table and a tablet. So if someone feels more comfortable meeting me there, I can come and help them sign up there.
Multitasking. I love it. That is a free deal.
Get a free monthly mail. Pick up a bag of food to take away and sign up for some health insurance.
Exactly. That's awesome.
And that's from 11 to 1.
Okay.
And then I'll also be at the kindergarten roundups that are coming up at the kindergarten and Kids Day in the park that's put on by Kiwanis.
Yep, we'll be involved in that.
We'll be making buttons with kids. So hopefully while the kids make the buttons, I'll talk to their parents about health insurance.
Okay, yeah. Keep plugging that, man. I mean, that's a big deal. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have to have it.
Yeah.
You have to have it now.
You have to have it now. I mean, if you don't like it, you still got to have it.
You got to have it.
So,
And if you have it, use it, for God's sake.
Yeah. Insurance, as much as we give it a bad name sometimes, is a very necessary part of our society. And so for people really need insurance, it protects you against catastrophic losses.
absolutely.
It's very important. A lot of people call it evil necessity, but it's just like auto insurance. I mean, you got to have it, like you said.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you have it, definitely use it. I mean,
yeah.
It's there for, especially with your kids and that, you know. But like you said, you know, the parents come in, like you said, don't worry about me. I want to get my kids covered. But this is excellent for the parents, too.
Absolutely. And
for the whole family.
If the parents get sick, then the whole family suffers.
Exactly.
So it's a whole way to keep peace
the breadwinner,
of mind.
yep. Got to keep that going.
So, I mean, if you don't think, what I always want to say is if you don't think you're eligible, call anyway.
Right.
Because you
Yeah,
might
ask.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Right.
And it's free.
Yes.
I mean, that's the
service.
best part. Richard loves free.
It's a free service, and it's right down the road.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, you're there to help them every step of the way, and
And it is.
it's a no-brainer. It really is.
And we help them not just even with the application assistance. We help them if they have any questions about picking a plan or finding a doctor that has that takes their plan, and we go through the whole journey with them.
So yeah, how does that work? Is it like a network, or can they go outside a network? I mean, how's that work with doctors? Do you know?
So
they can go anywhere?
They can't go anywhere necessarily. They have to. The doctor would have to take the Healthy Michigan plan or the Healthy Kids plan. But a lot of local doctors do.
So they do then. Okay, Garden City?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So,
boy, I had a question and I forgot it. I'm having a senior moment.
well, and this all wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the Gardens. So we've collaborated with the Garden City School District and the Garden City Hospital. And so they're our partners in this, and they've just been huge. And our task force includes people from Wayne Western, and Wayne, he's getting tongue-tied, Wayne Metro.
Okay, okay.
So, I mean, all over the area, there's people that are involved in coming and supporting us. So
awesome.
We're very grateful for that.
It's nice to hear Garden City's on board, too, working
yeah.
with you like that. Yeah, that's a big deal. You have, and you're also involved with the home pantry.
Yes, I am.
And commodities. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to have to say the volunteers are fantastic. I have never seen anything like the commitment that the volunteers have. But the home pantry is for Garden City, Dearborn Heights, and Westland residents. You just sign that you are in need. There's no proving your income, and you have to have an appointment to come. You don't take walk-ins because it just gets
and there's certain
crazy.
Hours.
There are certain hours. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay.
From 9 to noon.
Okay, so that's workable.
Yeah,
sure.
So far it has been, and commodities is once a month, the third Wednesday of each month.
Okay.
From 9 to 2.
Now, how's commodities work? Can you explain that a little bit?
So the USDA has a surplus of food, and they ship it off to different areas that provide this commodity program, and DPS actually picks it up for us at the spot that we have to pick it up from, thank goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
That's
they bring
nice.
it over, and we give them donuts, and
Yeah.
say thank you.
Keep them happy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because they carry all the heavy boxes and all that. But and then, again, wonderful volunteers that coordinate that and head that up. So,
What kind of food do you typically get in that commodities program?
So yesterday we had chicken.
It varies all the time.
It
then
varies, yep. We had frozen blueberries, chicken, cheese blocks. It's good
So
stuff.
it's pretty nutritious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not junk food.
No.
That's for sure.
It's not junk food. No.
I know the chief and city manager, Murray.
Oh, yes.
He's very involved. I mean, he really wants to see Home Pantry succeed.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about the Community Shred Day.
Yes.
And he wants people to bring any food with them. They'll collect it right there, too. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, he has been such a huge support with the health
Big
program,
supporter.
with the food programs. I mean, he is just a phenomenal person.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have him, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you got, Mikey? Did you have a question?
No,
Comment?
I'm just
Taking
amazed
it all in?
at all the things that they do over there. But that food pantry, we're obviously going to be touching bases with a number of things related to that in our announcements and what have you.
So how's the room over there? Do you have enough room? Have you outgrown it? Or
So right now we have enough room.
So people can make donations
Yes.
every day? Come
Every
over there,
day.
drop it off? Mm-hmm. And what are you looking for mostly? I mean,
So mostly, yeah. So
non-perishable?
non-perishable, canned, a lot of canned meats. Meats are great. Protein. So
Okay.
beans. We also like ketchup and condiments.
Okay.
And trying to think what else there is. Just non-perishable items. We have a lot of corn and green beans.
Is this also
Cold cereal?
And we have a lot of
Yeah,
cereal.
cereal. This is also part of the St. Dunstan, isn't it, that came over, or a lot of their volunteers I know are
Yes,
working
so it was St. Dunstan's Pantry.
Okay.
And so it was, they agreed to have
When they
them
closed.
come over here to our site, and the city adopted it, which the city's been such a huge support of the pantry. I mean,
I know
it's
it.
great.
Yeah. And you have a lot of people that benefit from that. Mm-hmm. I know my wife's here right now. Does Gardenville, we have Gardenville. I don't know if you're aware of Gardenville. Mm-hmm. And it's a community garden.
Oh,
and they also make donations of fresh produce and vegetables. Mm-hmm. And will that be Home Pantry? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
That's
Awesome.
wonderful.
So that's fresh stuff there.
Yeah.
Can't get any
we
better than
love
that.
the fresh stuff.
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
boy, right off the vine. I love it.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you.
DLTs, yeah. And that's part of the Garden City Garden Club, so they take care of that. And actually, the Willie the Pig road rally this weekend is to help support Gardenville. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, we'll be
Great.
talking about that a little bit later. Let's see, what else? Boy, I can't think of anything else. What else you have? You have any other programs coming up or anything that you want to talk about? Or
So, I mean, if I
any
wanna,
grants in the work?
Well, maybe.
Always, right?
Yeah. You never
Can't
know
get
what
enough of those.
Monica's going after.
Exactly.
But she's great.
She said something about she was working on a big grant right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's for, but
Surprise. It'll be a surprise.
But we also have the volunteer registry, which I do want to talk about. If anyone's interested in coming and volunteering for us, it's an easy, just sign a form, and we will help you kind of get connected with what program you'd want to volunteer
Just
for.
come over to Maplewood Center and ask for that, and they'll hook them up.
Yeah.
Taxes. Were you involved with taxes too?
I was involved with taxes.
You were?
Yeah, that was another program.
Wow.
Which
My gosh.
which is over as of yesterday.
Yeah.
Very popular program.
Uh-huh.
It's through the AARP. We had limited volunteers this year, unfortunately, but we're hoping that we'll get a few more next year. And if I were to have any advice for people that would want to get their taxes done with us, is to call in December.
And that's according to income, isn't it?
It is
As far
lower
as,
income.
and it's free, correct?
It's free.
It's a free service. So how do you get the word out when you want volunteers? I mean, you probably start like now, right?
Right. So I am actually in the process of researching that because it's through the AARP.
Right.
And so it's kind of a strenuous process from what I understand. So I have to kind of figure out how I can...
Right, because I'm sure
people
other
in.
communities are doing the same thing, right?
Right. And everyone books up really fast.
Yeah,
So,
that's why start now for next year.
Right.
Get the word out. So any volunteers out there?
Right. Call us up.
Call Megan. Multitasker.
calling all the CPAs.
Yes.
Right.
You want to volunteer your time? Pro bono. Yeah, I mean, that's a real good service, especially for the, lower income. So
Yeah, and it's not just for seniors.
Okay.
It's for everyone. So
Awesome.
I think that because it's AARP, sometimes that gets confused, but it's
Yeah.
for all ages.
Awesome. Awesome. Mike, you got anything? Any questions?
No, she's just amazing. I don't know. You got so many hats. I don't know how you keep them all straight.
You know, we had Lindsay Fricky on, too, on the show from the library. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you two do a fabulous job. I really got to commend both of you.
Yeah.
She is awesome with the kids over there, and you're awesome with everything else.
I saw her tonight greeting families, and she is awesome.
She is.
There's like an energy she
And
has.
those kids love her. They just love her over there. And, yeah, we were real happy to have her on. And she's welcome to come back, and so are you anytime.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if you're all done.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I hope that I
I
covered
don't want to rush you.
No, good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, and you're welcome to
Thank
stick
you.
around, or if you have to leave, I understand. All right? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And come back anytime, and I'll give your phone number out again at the end of the show, okay?
Wonderful.
All right, take care.
you so much.
Yep, thank you. Bye. Sure, yeah. All right, Megan Sheeran, boy, she's a busy girl too, eh?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Very, very good. Once again, if you're interested in the Michigan health plan available for our residents, give Megan a call at 734-793-1857. She'd love to hear from you. All right, we're going to get into some announcements here now, boy, and we have a lot. First, I want to mention that the council wanted me to remind all residents that the next council meeting will be April 27th. I hope it's 27th. I don't think there's any special meetings. And that will be at 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. They urge all residents to attend. Also, the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Garden City starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, May 30th at the Garden City Middle School track on Radcliffe. That's south of Ford Road. The only difference this year, Mike, is it's going to be a 22-hour event rather than a 24-hour.
That makes sense because that time from 8 to 10 in the morning on Sunday was pretty well dead time anyway. All the groups were pretty well packed up what they were doing, and you might as well end it when they do that instead of waiting an extra 2 hours.
Right, that's what they're saying. It's still going to continue to be an overnight event. People, I think, look forward to that, except when it's raining. But they still have a good time. And besides, like you said, with most volunteers, they're packing up by 8 a.m. Sunday anyway. So local businesses also are being sought to get behind the event. Sponsorship opportunities are available at varying levels. Benefits may include such things as a company logo printed on event T-shirts and banners. To register for more information, visit relayforlife.org or call 800-227-2345. All right, now I did want to mention the GCBA and the DDA Taste Fest. It's May 19th. This is a big deal, and I'm kind of proud about this. Because I am the president of the Garden City Business Alliance, and we are doing this with in collaboration with the DDA, and they've done a fantastic amount of work too. We really appreciate it. Tickets are now available. They are $20 per person, and it's a T-shirt, which is going to act as your ticket, which you have to wear to the event. If you want to get in, you got to wear the T-shirt, and they're pretty cool too. And they're being printed by URMI Art. Owner Debbie Wiesner is printing those, and they're pretty sharp. I've seen them. All registration forms need to be turned in no later than May 1st, and tickets are limited, so you might want to get them early. Forms are available at the DDA office at 29213 Ford Road. You can call them also at 734-261-2830, or you can go online at gctastefest.com for more information, and the forms are also on there for you to print out. You can fill them out and turn them into the DDA as well.
Got mine last week. I didn't want to be left out.
Awesome. Appreciate it. If you would like to be a sponsor, sponsorship forms are also available, and they are and the deadline for sponsors is also May 1st. There's going to be 8 different venues. You're going to start at the Merriman Road Baptist Church, where you will pick up your T-shirts, itinerary, and a ballot to vote for the venue that you like the most. Each venue will have a ballot box, so at the end of your last venue you visit, be sure to drop your vote in the box. Buses are going to be available. I want to thank the Garden City High School. They're going to be donating the buses and the drivers. That's a nice, that's a big deal, Garden City Public Schools. And they will be provided, like I said, or you can drive yourself. Be sure to mark your form as to which one you'll be doing. You're either going to be driving or you'll be riding. And a lot of people like to ride the bus because it's a lot of fun, especially if you have a group.
It's kind of a party on the bus between restaurants.
Yep. Now, if you decide to drive yourself, we do ask that if you consume alcohol, please have a designated driver. And the other venues on this year's Taste Fest are Albert's on the Alley, Golden Feather, GC Cafe, Sports Venue Bar and Grill, El Satan's, Toast Family Dining, and Plato's Place. So it should be a fantastic time, and be sure to come hungry, that's for sure. We also have a Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. A lot more information is over there as well. Okay, with some more announcements, here's Mike. What do you got, Mike?
All right, thank you, Kerry. I got a bunch of stuff. If you have nothing planned for Saturday, fear not. I've got you covered.
There's a lot going on in there.
Yes, sirree. First of all, there's a road rally. Willie the Red Pig Road Rally this Saturday, starting at, registration starts at 5 o'clock p.m. at Maplewood Center. Rally begins at 6 p.m. All the clues are mostly in the Garden City Westland location. You can get teams of 2 or more people. The cost is $10 a person. This is sponsored by the Garden City DDA. You solve the clues and puzzles to reach secret locations, acquire bonus points for funny photos, get your team together, have even more fun. Each team is encouraged to have a theme, cash prizes and trophies for winners. You can pre-register at Lucky Dog at 734-261-7387. Registration fee is due on the day of the rally. Also on the 18th, at the Garden City High School, there's a mom-to-mom sale, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Early birds show up at 8:30 a.m. There's over 85 tables going to be available for a large item area and a large item area. There's concessions, a bake sale. Admission is only $1. You can get more information at facebook.com/Garden City Mom-to-Mom Sale. Please note that this email is distributed by the email. You don't need to know that.
No.
If you wish to edit your email address, or you don't need to know that. Okay. Also, on the 18th, we have a drive for your school. For every free test drive of a new Ford vehicle at North Brothers Ford. Now, you don't have to buy it necessarily, but you do the test drive and see how wonderful those cars are. The Ford Motor Company is going to donate up to $30 to Garden City Project Graduation.
You know, that's a good fundraiser. That is a heck of a deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy money right there.
Yeah. You
Licensed
go in,
driver.
you get a chance to look at the cars.
Right.
And just for looking and doing a test drive,
Yeah.
they're going to donate $30 to Project Graduation.
Probably just around the parking lot there or whatever, I imagine.
I don't know where the test drive will be, but
Yeah.
in any event.
That's pretty cool.
As I said, that's also this Saturday. It's going to be at Garden City High School, which is at 6500 Middle Belt Road. You must be 18 or older. You have to have a valid driver's license.
Yep.
Only one drive per household. Car seats cannot be accommodated for the event, so if you got any kids, you're going to have to bring your own car seat. Any questions, contact them at 734-421-1300. Participate in Project Graduation's Drive for Your School event, and you will be entered to win a $100 Target gift card, compliments of North Brothers Ford. So there's even a drawing there.
Wow.
May 2nd. City Hall parking lot is the place to be. We have a community shred day. You can bring up to 5 paper grocery bags or cardboard banker's boxes of sensitive paper documents from any Garden City residents and businesses. and they will be shred at no charge.
Yep.
Please note, cars must be in line by 12:45. This is
And you don't even have to get out of your car. They'll take it right out of your car for you.
Right. You just have to drive up,
Yep.
get in line, and they'll take it right out of your car. This is on May 2nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City Hall parking lot. Now, in conjunction with that, the Garden City will be having a food drive from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the parking lot. This event will be going on at the same time as the Shred Day.
Yep.
If you can't make it to the food drive, you can always drop off your donations at the Maplewood Community Center, and checks can be made out to Garden City, our HOMEP, home pantry. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Mother's Day. There's
Right
going to be a
around the
Mother's
corner.
Day tea presented at the Maplewood Center Senior Department. It's Maplewood Center, located at 31733 Maplewood and Garden City. This is going to be on Friday, May 8th, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets are sold at the Balmoral desk at Maplewood Center, or you can call 734-793-1870. Tickets are $12 per person. Please bring your favorite teacup. Then try your luck at the Volunteer Committee's basket raffle. Several baskets will be available to be won. Tickets for the raffle sold only at the event. An Agent Orange Town Hall on May 9th, 2015.
Yeah, that's a
It's going to
big
take
deal.
place at Northville High School Auditorium. This is free for veterans, their families, medical staff, the general public. Apparently, it isn't just the veteran who was in Vietnam and exposed to Agent Orange. It's their whole family that are subject to having problems with it, with that horrible disease. There's going to be coffee, tea, a breakfast snack. Advanced registration can be done online at www.vva528.org or call 734-421-1805, press 2. This event is free for all veterans, their families, medical staff, and general public. Speakers include David Trott, U.S. Congressman, Patrick Colbeck, from a Michigan State Senator, Trudy Bennett, Associate Professor Emerita of the Department of Maternal and Child Health, School of Public Health, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Moki Porter, Vietnam Veterans of America, Bob Cummings, Agent Orange Riders for the Vietnam veterans, Lori Weber, daughter of an exposed Vietnam veteran, Nancy Switzer, Associates of Vietnam Veterans of America. Panel discussion, answering questions from the audience, and it'll also include Ed Martini, the author of Agent Orange, 2012. So if you know any Vietnam veterans or their families or people that were affected by Agent Orange, this is going to be a valuable event for you to participate in.
Yep.
And my last one, before I turn it back over to Carrie, well, actually, I want to mention the Kiwanis Kids Day in the Park. But,
Right.
I'll get that in a moment.
Yep.
We have the Central Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. They're going to present a concert with the Detroit School of Arts male chorus, singing, I guess this is singing, or maybe the topic of the concert, Vision and There is a King in You, Black Lives Matter, something that badly needs to get addressed these days, as there seems to be an element of people who are of the opinion that, yeah, so what? So another black person was rousted off to jail or shot at or something like that. It doesn't really affect them. Well, it affects all of us when we don't have consideration for all the members of our society. This is going to be located at the Central Christian Methodist Church, which is at 7600 Tyreman Street in Detroit. It's going to be Friday, May 22nd, 7 o'clock p.m. There's a $20 ticket price, $10 for students 18 and under. Minister Diane Collier, chairperson, and Yvonne Darden, co-chairperson, and Minister Akima Havis, Minister of the Music and Arts. Reverend Dr. Patricia A. Havis, pastors, are putting this on. I haven't heard them before, but I gotta believe the Detroit School of Arts male chorus is one fine group of singers.
Yeah, I bet it is.
As I said, I wanted to mention the Kids Day in the Park.
Yep.
That's coming up on Saturday, May 16th, I believe it is. And that's all we were told today at the Kiwanis meeting, that it's pretty much all set.
Good.
We've got the bouncers, we got the rock
Pavilion.
climbing wall, we've got the magicians going to put on an hour show, we got the clowns, we got the
Scavenger hunt.
We got hat decorating, we got cookie decorating. There's going to be food available for purchase.
Yep.
It's
a big deal. It really is.
I think there's an ID program that's going to be done.
Yeah.
And it's all very reasonable. I think it's like $3 a kid or something like that. And if you got a family of more than one kid, we can accommodate them for $5 or something like that.
It's a full day of entertainment.
Right. And they get a wristband and they can go on the bouncers for the whole
cookie
as much
decorating,
as they want.
right?
Yeah,
cookie decorating too.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Okay.
And they can go on the bouncers for as many times as they want, and there'll be like 3 or 4 different ones there. So it's going to be a really great program. It's designed primarily for age groups like 3 to 12.
Yeah,
but nobody's going to be checking ID or anything like that.
No.
It's
a
obviously
great time.
in our parks.
A lot of your grandparents come.
Yeah, it's in our park, and so we're not checking driver's licenses for location of where people live.
We don't
it's
have
open to anybody who wants to wants to participate. So it'll be at the Garden City Park and primarily at the Pavilion area, and should be a great time. Kiwanis have put this on for several years, and it's always very much enjoyed by those who participate.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time.
And that's all I have, Kerry.
All right. I did want to mention that concert in Detroit. Yvonne Darden reached out to me and asked me if I would promote that, and I said absolutely. And she wanted to let me know that you can contact her if you have any questions. Her number is 313-930-3645, and her home email address is Evie, EVIEDB, as in boy, @att.net. And also, I wanted to mention that the Agent Orange announcement that you said was given to me by John Fleming, who is a fellow Kiwanian.
Vietnam veteran.
Yep, and he is wanting either himself or someone come on the show and talk about the Agent Orange.
That'd be good.
And I'm hoping to get him, hopefully the 30th of this month, when David Kanisic will be here.
Well, that'd be perfect.
Who's a huge advocate for the veterans. So
right.
I think that'd be a great show. So I'm going to contact John tomorrow. And
John doesn't have any excuse now that tax season is over. There's no reason why he can't come on.
That's right. That's right. And if all what Mike just told you wasn't enough, I got tons more here, folks. So let me get to that. Let me get my screen here, too. I want to get this right. Okay. Garden City High School project graduation. They are very busy, and they are having another event, fundraiser. It's called Dine and Donate, and it's going to be held at Buffalo Wild Wings. All students, players, families, friends are invited to participate. Charity night event on April 20th. Everyone is invited to gather at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's in Westland at 6677 North Wayne Road. For lunch, dinner, and a great time on that day only. They are going to donate 20% of all purchases, accompanied by the certificate on the flyer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this flyer on my Facebook page, and anyone can go there and bring it up and print it. So you got to have the flyer, at least the bottom of the flyer, to get in. So that's a good deal. Also, on April 22nd from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., Maplewood Senior Department is presenting a Lunch and Learn workshop entitled Parkinson's Disease Signs and Symptoms. Speaker is going to be Shayna, boy, I'm going to kill her name, Ketsvatska. She's an MD, is a board-certified neurologist. She's also assistant professor of neurology at Wayne State University, so she knows her stuff. You know that. Mm-hmm. This event is free at Maplewood Center, located at 31735 Maplewood, and like I said, that's Wednesday, April 22nd. Another fundraiser. This is for Our Home Food Pantry. And this is a good one. It's going to be held at the Texas Roadhouse. It's going to be Wednesday, April 22nd from 4 to 10. $10 donation night. Support the cause by presenting this invitation. And this is on my Facebook page, too. You got to have this invitation printed out. Presented at the Texas Roadhouse, and they're going to give 10% of the total food purchases to Home Pantry. So,
Fantastic.
They're located at 36750 Ford Road in Westland, 734-729-4570. That's a good deal, too. Also, Garden City High School Athletic Booster Club and Project Graduation, again, is having a spring golf outing Saturday, April 25th. 4 golfers scramble, 7:30 a.m. registration, 8:30 a.m. shotgun start. They're going to have hot dog and drink chips on the turn. 2:30, they'll have a banquet dinner with prizes and raffles. And the price is $85 per person or $320 for a foursome. It's going to be at Gateway Golf Club, 33290 Gateway Drive in Romulus. For more information, call Holly at 734-516-3652, and she'll get you out a registration form.
Kiwanis just made a donation to that today.
Did they?
Yeah.
Awesome. Councilwoman from Dearborn Heights, Lisa Hicks Clayton. She's been a guest on our show several times. She will sponsor a Center for Michigan Community Conversations on Saturday, April 25th at 1 to 3 p.m. at the Caroline County Library, 24590 George Street in Dearborn Heights. Join the conversation, Getting to Work in Michigan, Opportunities and Hurdles, College Value and Affordability. So that's a community conversation on education. For more information, call 313-633-1845. I got more, folks. Now listen, if you don't know shorthand and you're not getting this fast enough, you can always listen to the recording after we record the show. We're going to post it on Facebook, facebook.com/GCChat. You'll be able to listen to it there, stop, start, whatever you want to do, and write it all down. All right, there's going to be a spring and craft show in Redford at the Hosanna Tabor Church, and that's located at 9600 Laverne. It's put on by the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 396, May 16th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they're going to have a bake sale, and admission is only $1, so you can't beat that. For more information, call Kathy at 248-477-8594. The 7th annual Biker Blessing is going to be held on Saturday, May 16th at Merriman Road Baptist Church. Yep, 2055 Merriman Road. Registration opens at 10, blessing at 1, followed by the Matthew Brotherton Memorial Cancer Ride. Benefits the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation Ride for Kids. So head on over there. That's a good deal. If you got a bike, you want it blessed. Garden City Lions Club is having their 5th annual Charity Bowl, May 16th at Cherry Hill Lanes, 300 Inkster Road in Dearborn Heights, at 5 p.m. For $20, you're going to get 3 games of bowling, shoes, pizza, and pop. Mystery 50-50, trophies for first place, best in high games for women and men. The best is our tin can raffle baskets that are loaded with great things. For more information, call Cindy Wagner, 313-407-0239.
You may want to keep an eye out for those Garden City Lions on the street corners. And the first 2 weekends of May, they're going to be doing their White Cane sale. That was just approved at or authorized at City Council last week. Right.
Yep, that's a nice fundraiser. Help support the Lions. They do good things. You know, I'm going to mention this. It's still a little ways away, but the Straight Farmhouse in the Garden City Historical Museum, a nonprofit organization, is having their outdoor flea markets. They're going to have those once again this year, located on Merriman Road, just north of Ford Road. And it's going to be the 2nd and 3rd Saturday of every month starting June through September. They'll be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Setup begins at 8 a.m. For only $15, you get a 10 by 10 space. Monies from the space rental goes right to the museum, payable on the day of the flea market, no ad. Restrictions are no weapons, no offensive pictures or literature, no food or beverage sales either.
You drive by that's usually a pretty big deal.
It is. It's pretty cool. The flea market will be held at the Straight Farmhouse Outdoor Flea Market, and it will be canceled due to inclement weather. The address is 6221 Merriman Road. So, yeah, that's a lot of, that helps the museum over there. If you've never been to the museum, go on over there. Wednesdays and Saturdays, they do free tours. You'd be amazed of the stuff they have there. Ask for Mike Lawrence. Mike's a buddy of mine. He'll do the tour, give you the 50-cent tour, but it's free. It won't cost you 50 cents. But, hey, if you want to tip them. But no, they.
He'd probably just put the tip into the coffers for the farmhouse.
Yes, he would. They do a great job over there, and it's really amazing, all the stuff. And, it's a lot bigger than it looks. It really is. So, yeah, check it out.
We've been putting together a Kiwanis scrapbook for the 67 years or whatever that Garden City's had.
I think
Kiwanis
Monica's
Club.
going to a scrapbook retreat to work on it.
And this is the 100th anniversary of the founding of Kiwanis. Number one chapter began in Detroit 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think it's 67 years in Garden City. And so
67.
That's going to be available at Straight Farmhouse too.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to at least have as much as we've gotten done so far available on the when we have our anniversary dinner.
Yeah.
In May.
And
we're going to be dedicating.
Don't forget the bricks.
Yep.
For the past members.
Yep, we're going to be dedicating memorial bricks for past members, and so it's going to be a real big thing. I think it's starts at 5:30, dedication at 6, and dinner at 6:30.
Yeah. It'll be right in the grand parlor of the dinner.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good deal over there. If you haven't seen the bricks, it's really nice over there. They have a nice memorial over there also. We have a brick over there, our family. And you get them engraved. It's just, if you ever been to Comerica, it's just like that. The brick's over there.
Or U of M.
Or U of M, same thing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the prices offhand. I'll have to look them up. I'll have them for you next week. But it's a nice deal, and it helps support the museum. So head on over there, check them out. Let's see. What else you want to talk about? We got a couple minutes here to.
Well,
let's talk some sports.
Yeah, let's do a little sports.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing because our show started
Let me
at the
see.
same
Maybe
time
I can bring it up.
as they started, but the Red Wings got game number 1 down in Tampa going on today.
Hey, I got to tell you,
Stanley
during
Cup
the
Finals,
second
Stanley
period,
Cup playoffs.
second period, 11 minutes to go, 2-1 Red Wings.
All right, good start.
Good start.
Tampa Bay's a high-scoring team. They're going to have to.
And they got Mrazek.
They're going to have to be sharp, especially their goaltender.
Yep.
It's going to have to be good to win that. Titans have the day off.
They deserve it.
But what a start.
Can you believe it? It's the best start since 84, I think.
Yeah, it is. They were 9-0 in 84. They're 8-1 right now.
And who lost?
And they're in first place by a game because Kansas City finally lost for the first time yesterday, and that wasn't good enough. They did it again today.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
So they're
awesome.
7-2. This Tiger team.
Oh my gosh!
It's
what
first
a
place,
team.
and there's only 153 games left. So
everything is gelling right now, man. Their pitching is awesome. Their bullpen's awesome. Their hitting's awesome. Defense is awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot better.
Knock on wood.
Than last year's team, I think, and especially in the areas of defense and speed.
Yeah. Oh, speed, absolutely.
They're going to be an exciting team to watch because of those aspects.
Yeah.
And I think their lineup is deeper than it was last year.
Absolutely, with Cespedes and and here's the thing. Our big hitters aren't doing it all. It's our lower third of the batting order that's coming through too.
Yeah. I think the lowest hitters are Avila, who's in like 220, 230.
Yeah.
Castellanos is a little bit above that.
Yeah.
But Victor's about 250. JD's probably about 280.
Yeah.
But Cespedes is over 300. Gores is over 300.
It's great.
Kinsler's over 300.
I like that Gores.
Miggy's over 300.
Miggy was player of the week last week, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yep.
I think so.
Raji Davis is under 300, but he had the only run of the game yesterday,
Yes,
a home
he did.
run.
Can you believe the shutouts they've had
Yeah.
already?
Simon looked fantastic.
It's just amazing.
And the other
And
new
Green?
guy, Green,
Yeah.
God, he's unbelievable. He's pitched 16 innings. He's given up one unearned run.
I know it.
He-
It gives you chills.
yeah. So they can win a game 1-0, 2-0, 3-2, and they can win a game 12-4 too.
Exactly. They can put some numbers up and they can hold them too. So
It'll be interesting.
It's,
We got a 10-game homestand, 3 games this weekend with Chicago, all day games, and then the first home night game is Monday night with the Yankees, and another
that'll be a big draw.
Tuesday and Wednesday are night games, and Thursday afternoon with the Yankees, and then they close out the homestand with the White Sox coming in on.
Now, you going to miss any shows? You think?
The only Thursday game is a day game.
Okay.
So there's a possibility, if I'm not dead on my feet,
Yeah.
that I'll be home in time for the show.
Right. I'll give you a
I'll be
wake-up
over
call.
there. Yeah. you may
I
need-
did today.
Yeah, you may want to do more than a wake-up call. You may want to bring a wheelbarrow and just kind of
Might have to
me
go
over
over
here.
and shake you a little bit.
Oh, boy. I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to
'Cause
be busy.
I've only worked one game so far, and that was the opening day. And
Yeah.
And I'd said that that next morning, Tuesday morning, I felt like I hadn't worked for 6 months. And by Tuesday afternoon, it was even worse.
Yeah, you got to kind of ease into it, but there's no way of just easing into it. You just got to go out there and do it in your job, in that job.
So I don't know how much of this 10-day homestand I'm going to be able to do.
But let me tell you something. If these guys stay healthy,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's going to
That's
be
a-
some fun. It's going to be a fun season for the fans.
Yeah.
They may even break attendance records. Who knows?
Yeah. That's the thing about baseball. Is so much can happen. It's a marathon. It's not
It
a
is.
sprint.
It's so many games.
You know,
oh my gosh.
It's not 16 games like in football. It's 162.
Yeah.
You play 6 days a week for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so much can happen. Injuries can be such a part of it.
And Osmus is doing a good thing there. He's platooning a couple positions, which I like. You know, lefties, righties. That's going to help too.
Yeah.
V Mart, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about him yet,
Now,
but
we can hope that he'll come back from this surgery faster than he did from the one 2 years ago.
yeah,
Because the next year he was good.
yeah. Boy,
But
last
the year after that, last year, he was fantastic.
Oh my God, yeah.
He was second in voting for the MVP to
Yep.
Mike Trout, and Mike Trout's one hell of a ball player.
Yep, and a lot younger.
And he can do everything, not just hit like V Mart does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so sports, it's a big deal in Detroit right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not universal.
Yeah.
The Pistons are wrapping up
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
disappointing season, but I have some hope for them. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, there's always next year, like they always say.
And I think that
But they did have some. I mean, they had quite a few streaks there where they won quite a few in a row. But
and at least there's no real danger of the GM firing the coach.
yeah, right. When he is,
Because he's the same person.
yeah, he'd have to fire himself.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And they had a history of changing coaches like every year, every other year, and it's just unbelievable. And
Yeah, hopefully,
it wasn't making the difference.
hopefully he'll be around for a little
They
while.
got,
So
they got some young talent. I don't know if they'll be able to keep Monroe, but they've got some young talent to build on.
yep.
It'll be interesting to see if Jennings can come back from that injury to the his foot injury that he had, because that's a hard one to come back from.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And the Lions, who knows what they're going to do for the draft and so forth. But
All I know is their quarterback's married.
yeah,
So,
and she's a looker.
and I see they reinstated Adrian Peterson today.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be back with Minnesota or not, but
Yeah, don't know yet. So, all right. Well, I guess that's sports. That's sports wrap.
yeah,
Can't think of nothing else. We
do
are,
what we can. We're not
not
Derek.
Derek,
But
yeah.
we do what we can.
Yeah, I'm sure he's home watching the game. That's for sure. So, we are 1 hour and 4 minutes into the show, and I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
It's a shame we didn't have Richard to drum up some discussion about the election coming up in May. But,
oh, he's going to have plenty to say. Believe me, plenty to say. And then I know he wants to do a few movie reviews and
I've been getting
Facebook posts.
Been getting mailers at home.
Yeah.
In support of that May election.
Oh,
we've gotten like 4 in the last week.
I haven't got any yet, but I know the TV is being flooded with commercials for.
Yeah.
They're running. I mean, they're scattering because let me tell you, according to the polls, I haven't seen the latest one. Maybe next week I'll have the latest poll for us and see where we're at. It's going to tighten up, no doubt.
Probably it.
But I mean, that was pretty impressive. That 166 or 70% against. Wow.
Yeah, that was surprising. That it was that high.
Yep. So. All right. Well, hey.
I hate to say it, but it's probably going to fall back on the legislature to actually do something responsible.
Yeah, instead of laying it on us. All right. I want to thank our special guest, Megan Sheeran, Community Resource Coordinator from the Maplewood Center. She had some great information for us tonight. And once again, if you want to contact her about the Healthy Kids or the health plan, it's 734-793-1857, and just ask for Megan. They'll put you in the right touch with the right person. Also, thank you to my co-hosts, Mike and Tom. Great job as always.
Thank you.
Also, Holly and Joey, all the way from Wisconsin. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who hung out with us in the chat room. We really appreciate your support. And remember, the audio from tonight's show will be on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat shortly after we sign off. And look for the video of tonight's show sometime tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. And let me mention that if you would like to come on the show, we would love to have you. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and you'd like to come on and share your information with us in the community. Just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com and we'll shoot you some dates that are available, and that's all there is to it. So remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. And speaking of that, Tuesday I went to the crime prevention meeting.
Yeah, how did that go?
It went real well. Brian had a pretty good turnout. You know, it can always be better naturally. But they talked about, they just formed a task force with Dearborn Heights, and Garden City on arson investigation.
Oh, good.
So we sent a couple of officers to train, and they actually had to investigate like a mock fire and all that, where it started and all this. And it's really going to be an asset to the city and to the fire department. We had Captain Derek was there, and Steve Ray from the fire department. And it was really a good meeting. I urge, what he's trying to do, Brian Allray, is he's bringing back the neighborhood watch, but he's calling it resident and business crime prevention. He wants to bring them both together. He was our speaker, as you know, at the Garden City Business Alliance. I was very impressed with that. He really enjoyed that. And I post it on Facebook when he tries to have it the first week of every month. So look for the next one in May. I will be posting it.
Yeah, he can't announce the firm dates in advance because he's a
detective
in the police department,
right?
And
that
he
comes
can be called
first.
on an investigation, and
right.
And so, but he shoots for something like a Tuesday or maybe a Wednesday, the first week of the month, whenever possible.
Right. He also has another detective, Billy. I can't remember his last name. Forgive me, I can't remember it. But Billy does a great job too. Works with Brian, so they kind of tag team one another there. But it's really really informative, and I urge all business owners and residents to attend these because it's a great thing. And years ago when you had the old lady across the street looking out the window. You didn't want her being so nosy, but today you do want her. Yeah. You do want her to be nosy. I mean, people got to look out for one another out there, like I say.
Yeah, there's a lot more isolation where people get in their own little cubicle and they don't
exactly
don't pay attention to what's happening around them. And,
get involved. Be the eyes and ears for the police. I mean, you don't have to. They're not saying apprehend the people, but if you see something, call them right away. They'll come out and investigate. That's what they're there for. So,
And unlike some of the police departments that have gotten such bad publicity in the last few months,
Exactly.
we've got an exemplary one, a fantastic
we
department.
really do. And fire, too.
Yep. And,
Awesome.
We
Can't say enough.
really need to appreciate the job that they do and help them out in any way we can.
Exactly. All right. For more, for all your weather needs, head on over to DopplerTomsWeather.com. He's got a great little website over there for all your information that you need on the weather.
I need dry days for the next 10.
Well, he'll have them over there for you if you could check it out.
He'll
do his best.
As soon as they go on the road, you can rain as much as it wants.
Yeah, right. There you go. Hey, join us next week, April 23rd, when we welcome Amy Neary from McKenna Associates.
That'd be interesting.
Yep, she's going to be here. She actually works with new businesses that want to open in Garden City, so she'll fill us in on all she does. And it's going to be right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. So on behalf of Mike, Tom, Holly, and Joey, this is Carrie. Take care and see you next time. Good night.
Right.
All right.